Alive and alert on the north side of the dirt. It's your man D Real coming at you with another Be Real with D Real, where Edutainment explains it. Not a space ghost. Space Ghost, issue number 10. David Pepose, Jonathan Lau, bringing you the saga of the Space Spectre. One of my favorite villains from the old Space Stars animated series. But this Space Spectre has a wee bit of a twist, as we're going to find out. But before we get into that, let's do what we need to do so we can do what we want to do. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the Be Real with D Real page so that when the material comes out, you get it. If you're digging what a brother shoveling, put some dirt in my bucket. Comment, like, subscribe, share this page. Edutainment. That's what we be doing. We'll be edutaining. And we're edutaining today, as promised, Space Ghost number 10. Dynamite Comics. David Pepose, Jonathan Lau. By the way, Mr. Pepose, thank you for the advanced preview, sir. I will speak on that at the end of this video. Y'all stay tuned to the end of this video. I have a very special announcement. You don't want to miss it. All right, here we go. Issue number 1. When we kick in, we are at an interstellar research platform at Black Hole X. A scientist by the name of Dr. Alan Zorket has been experimenting around a black hole. And he's trying to come up with some kind of technology, but out of the black hole comes a being familiarly dressed, but not necessarily wearing familiar colors. And this being seems to know all about Dr. Alan Zorket, and that Alan Zorket is actually going to do some evil stuff. And he needs to stop Alan Zorket before Alan Zorket gets started, and he fries his ass. Yikes. Who is this mysterious being? Because he's screaming, hey, Space Ghost ain't supposed to kill people. And no, Space Ghost doesn't. But that ain't Space Ghost. That is Space Spectre. And he has come to save the galaxy by any means necessary. What? Space Spectre got a Malcolm X agenda? Who is Space Spectre? By his gear and his energy output, we want to say he's another universe's version of Space Ghost. Okay, well, let's follow this story and find out where it goes. Who are we dealing with right here? Is it the evil Dr. Xander Iban? Yeah, he's a bad guy. And he's like one of those mastermind bad guys. He's the head of RoboCorps. RoboCorps is about as bad as you can get in the Space Ghost universe. He's sort of a stereotypical looking bad guy. Why does he have to be an evil Asian man looking very Fu Manchu-ish? But anyway, we got Jan and Jay spying on RoboCorps. But while they're doing that, all of a sudden, Space Spectre pulls up, and he wants to know where Project Ultima is. Ultima? What? Dr. Iban almost looks kind of flabbergasted by that statement. Where is Project Ultima? And they make the mistake of trying to attack this who they think is Space Ghost. And he hits them with some energy blasts that are a little bit different than what Space Ghost would have hit him with. And he bangs Dr. Iban's head against the wall. Now, Space Ghost is a little hyper violent, but he's not homicidal. He's not trying to bang Dr. Iban's brains out of his head. So they should be able to figure out that's not Space Ghost. And he said he wants all the information on Project Ultima, or he is going to torture the crap out of Dr. Iban. Strange as that may seem, he gets rescued by Space Ghost. And Jan and Jace want to kick in and help in the fight against Space Spectre, but Space Spectre got energy blasts that are different from Space Ghost, and he ain't got no problem with incapacitating prepubescent children, which Space Ghost apparently didn't like, and so he gets out of that room to give him and Space Spectre some space to really mix it up. Fires a blast. And Space Spectre's like, what? You still firing warning blasts? Bruh, I'm out here hitting you with dark matter. And it looked like it hurt. And if you noticed on the bottom of the screen, we got a clock running down. What is that running down to? What's going to happen when that clock reaches 0? Stay tuned. We'll find out. Now here's Space Spectre letting Space Ghost know who he is. And Space Ghost looks shocked and gets that dark matter up off of him with his mighty hands. Space Ghost is stronger than the average human being. And there are Jan and Jace with Dr. Iban, and Space Ghost comes back and says, what is going on? What you trying to launch? What you up to? What you doing? He's launching a missile that has radiation that could wipe out an entire city. Of course, Space Ghost, Jan and Jace, and Blip being heroes are not going to let that happen. We don't know what Space Spectre is getting ready to do, so we'd better get to that rocket and stop him. Space Ghost looks like he's feeling kind of bad. Is he feeling bad about something he saw with Space Spectre? What was it? And it gives him the indication that Space Spectre is on a suicide run. He doesn't care. So he's doing whatever he can to do what he needs to do. He said it at the beginning of the story, by any means necessary. And let's see how this is handling out while Space Ghost and the twins have a bonding family moment. We got Space Spectre with his mask off. We can't see him. He's checking his equipment. We're down to 12 hours, 14 minutes, 39 seconds. And he still hasn't executed what he needs to execute. But he's getting ready to. What is the mysterious Space Spectre up to? What is his agenda? Why has he come out of the black hole to save the galaxy by any means necessary? Story gets deeper. Here we are at the RoboCorps Launch Command Base. And right there at the beginning is Space Spectre. He's going to stop that launch, isn't he? No, he's not, because Blip is on his head and Jace is on his legs, and they have gotten his attention just as Jan starts firing stuff at him. Contact mines. That should sting a little bit. And they do sting a little bit. And that gives Space Ghost time to come in and slow Space Spectre down. 14 minutes. Boy, a lot of time passed, didn't it? Is Space Ghost not a match for Space Spectre? Space Spectre is either very dedicated about his mission, or, judging from things he's saying, madness. You think you know madness. You don't know what horrors the future holds, Space Ghost. So, Space Spectre is not from a black hole. Space Spectre is from the future. He's already different from the original Space Spectre. And he has beat Space Ghost's ass into the ground, literally. And he's trying to prevent people from dying, and Space Ghost fighting with him is preventing him from keeping people from dying. He's from the future. He should know. And of course, if he's from the future, if he's a future version of Space Ghost, then I know what you're thinking before you think it. I know what you're going to do before you do it, so I can counter it. So yeah, the Space Spectre should be beating the tar out of Space Ghost if he's a future version of him. And once again, we see the twins in effectively attacking Space Spectre. And once again, we see Space Spectre repel them in a non-lethal way. Interesting. And there is Dr. Iban in his headquarters screaming and hollering about folks getting ready to sabotage his project. Jan and Jace are on the rocket. The rocket takes off. Jan falls off of the rocket, and that means she's going to fall into the rocket blast and get incinerated. They're begging Space Ghost to get up, but Space Ghost done got his ass kicked by Space Spectre. So now it's Space Ghost begging Space Spectre, please save her. I'm begging you. That's a twist. Space Ghost is appealing to his foe, but we know Space Ghost knows who his foe is. Is his foe him? Is he asking himself to appeal to his better half, his better part, his better judgment, and save Jan? Well, regardless, whatever reason, Space Spectre relents and emits a force field that protects Jan from getting incinerated. There's about a minute 37 left. What's getting ready to happen? Jan and Space Spectre have a moment. He removes his mask to reveal Space Spectre is Jace. Jace. That makes so much sense. Jace would know too, wouldn't he? And Jace is the science whiz, isn't he? Yeah, that makes 100% sense. And the timer was how much time he had left in the past. And meeting with Jan, letting her know what's what. This is just a warning. Y'all got to be ready for the future. There's going to be crazy things happening in the future. And he's out. Oh my goodness. Is that what that rocket did? Did it bring back Zorak? Oh my. And the next issue is Beware the Council of Doom. Look here, y'all. This is going according to plan. The Council of Doom is the next issue of Space Ghost. Space Ghost number 11. That issue is set to drop on Wednesday, the 12th of March. But guess what? Your boy has it now, courtesy of the David Pepos, writer of the Space Ghost comic. He was on Twitter and he said, people who review Space Ghost, would you like some special stuff? I review Space Ghost. I thought to myself, hell yeah, I'd like some special stuff. And of course, dropped the email and I got a whole PDF of issue number 11. So, Monday night, Tuesday morning, Monday night, Tuesday morning, I will bring you the exclusive review of Space Ghost issue 11 before it drops in comic book stores on Wednesday. So make sure you're here for that. I might do a little bit of talking about it. I might not. But just if y'all rock with me and y'all rock with the Space Ghost previews, this little advanced preview is specifically for y'all. Just my way of saying thank y'all for rocking with me on these Space Ghost reviews, because sometimes it seems like, oh, people are with it, and other times it seems like, I don't want to read that. But I'm repping for my Space Ghost fans. I'm repping for folks that love Hanna-Barbera. I'm repping for Pepos and Lau, and I'm repping for the Rock Me Nation. Y'all make sure y'all pull up Monday night, Tuesday morning. I had that preview for y'all. That's it for now, y'all. But fret not, I will be coming at you with another one of them other ones. And until I do, y'all be good and be good to each other.